It's been a little more than a year since you and I actually sat here and had a conversation. So I kind of want to start right there and just say, other than football and the University of Colorado, how has it been just this past year for you and Kim and your family, just being here back home in Boulder?
Yeah, well, I think it's been, now that I finished the season or finished the full calendar year, obviously the onset of when the COVID pandemic hit and everybody was scrambling because of how day after day, you were challenged with hearing new information about what was going on and how we were adapting to it or how we were responding to it. And so I think that was a little bit challenging because that was a day-to-day experience. We all didn't know. I would say in a nutshell, it was a successful season, but probably I'm more proud of how they've dealt with the circumstances and still came out, doing some very positive things in the first year.
Another key thing about your second year coming in is now you finally have your own recruits to be working with. These are your guys. One guy you really went after is a local product, Arielle Orsuto. You're one of your tight ends. Can you talk to me a little bit about staying in Colorado and recruiting in Colorado and some of the guys you just brought in?
Absolutely. And Colorado recruiting is critically important for us. And that's something that we're turning that up a notch than probably how it's been here the last few years with not really emphasizing that much with previous coaches. But I want to keep our best talent here. We have to get our program playing well so that our best talent feels like, we want to go to Colorado. We want to play for that program because they're knocking on the door for being a conference champion and getting in the CFP championship. That's the goal of this program, is to get ourselves in that type of national contention. It's really important that Colorado wants our kids. We want to keep our best players here, and that's the goal, is to really change that mindset.
This past summer, there was the reckoning of racial inequality across the United States, and your team definitely, came out and took a stand, and you guys all came together. How important was that for you, and especially for your players, to see that their leader looks like them and understands them and respects them? And how important was that for you?
Thank you so much for being here.
So when our team decided to do that, to have that peaceful protest, I was really very proud of what they wanted to accomplish. And we're going to continue to do those things more and more. There's obviously the issues that we were just dealing here with in our own community here with the Boulder shooting. That's right a couple of miles away from here. So it's unfortunate these things are happening in our society.
No justice! No peace!
And the unfortunate thing that kind of hamstrings us a little bit is COVID. As much as you want to do a lot of things and help people, there's still restrictions about doing that and how you can do that. But that's part of life.
I want you to kind of just look out there. If you can see, I don't know which angle you're at, but if you can see out in those stands and kind of just imagine what it could possibly look like in the fall with people out there. You've never coached here yet with fans out as a head coach. You've never been here with fans out there.
I haven't. And that's, it's funny when you go back to 2019 and you're studying tape and, games that you played, and you look in Folsom Stadium and it's been a full jam-packed stadium when all that footage that you're watching for, just 2 years ago. And it's going to be fun to get that back. It's going to be fun to play in front of a crowd of screaming fans, excited about Colorado football. So that's the goal this summer and this fall, is to kind of get our fans back, get this program heading in the right direction, and hopefully getting a lot of enjoyment and having success.